Hey guys, so today I'm bringing you quite an emotional story. Really, it's a story about how I cheated on my girlfriend and yeah, I almost died, as you can tell by the title. It's quite an emotional story, but as we recently hit 100 subscribers, I thought I'd open up to you guys. So yeah, without getting any more emotional, I'm gonna jump straight into the video. So it all started on a cruise ship. I was on a cruise ship with my mum, my girlfriend at the time. I wasn't really happy with my relationship, but I mean, you can't really do much. She was very snobby and quite arrogant to me, but I don't know why. But my mum just really liked her for some reason, so I had to get on with it. We were traveling first class actually, because my mum gets quite seasick, and the way the class system works is that first class are in the middle of the boat, and then as the classes get lower and lower, you go further and further out of the boat till the very worst are on the edge of the boat. And so yeah, we were in the middle of the boat because my mum gets seasick. Uh, but not only do you get like less rocking, you also get bigger rooms and fancier dinners and better perks, things like that. But yeah, I couldn't do anything though because as fancy as all this stuff was, I was still stuck and I felt trapped in my relationship with my girlfriend because she was really snobby and arrogant. But then yeah, it was on the first night actually. I just decided to get away and do everything. I was just standing on the edge of the boat, looking over the rails, and I don't know what came over me, but I just had this feeling that I could just jump and end it all. Just get rid of it all. But then I was gonna do it. Then this girl, she just comes up to me. And she's like, "No, no, stop! What are you doing?" And she basically saved my life. Really, she she said that I can't be doing that stuff, and that things like this are just that's not the way to deal with it. And we started talking, and it just clicked. I don't know why, but things with her were a lot better than with my current girlfriend, and so yeah. But then we were talking. As we were talking, my current girlfriend, she sees us talking like, "Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? What's happening here?" And I didn't want to tell my girlfriend that I was thinking of jumping, so I made up a story that I was falling near the edge, and this girl caught me, and well, that was that. So anyway, back to this other girl. She was staying in the lowest class actually, and I felt like I wanted to reward her. So I invited her to dinner, but obviously it was really awkward because dinner was with my girlfriend at the time, and also my mum who really liked my girlfriend. So well, that was awkward. But during the dinner, we started to really hit off. We started talking and so much stuff, and like really started to click even more. And this girl actually invited me to this party, and well, I was like, who cares? Screw it. I'm just gonna go. So I snuck off with this girl, and we went to the party. And trust me, the party was so good. It was the most fun, sorry, I've ever had in my whole life. But after that, we just continued. We had lots of fun. We just did loads of stupid stuff, messing around. But then at one point, I felt really unsure because I really liked her, but obviously I was in a relationship and I didn't want to cheat because I know that's bad, and I didn't know what to do. And what made it worse is I wasn't just in a relationship, but also on a cruise ship with a person I was in a relationship with, and so I just had nowhere to go. But I don't know what came over me. I just had no feelings for her anymore. So I was like, fuck it, and it was like a love at first sight moment, and I just started messing around with her more, like getting closer and closer, and then later in the night we found a really old car in the bottom of the cruise ship, and I don't know why, but things got really passionate for some reason. They got really close, and I don't know. There's so much chemistry, I guess, and well, we started kissing, and things happened, and yeah, I'm ashamed to say it, but I cheated on my girlfriend. But then after this is when things get really crazy. Like if this isn't crazy enough, the next thing is even crazier. Like, so what happens next is quite famous actually. It was in the news. You've probably heard of it. I'm not sure, but it's quite famous, especially if you're like from America or the UK or somewhere. You definitely have heard of it. But a cruise ship, it hit something. I really don't know what, but hit something, and well, when you're a cruise ship as big as this, anything you hit, you just don't think actually matters, do you? But it really did. It was actually something really serious, and I didn't understand the consequences until I heard people talking about it. So when I went upstairs, it was like full pandemonium. There was so many things going on. It's really crazy. People was running everywhere. They even started lowering evacuation boats into the water. That's how serious it was, and I was just so terrified because there wasn't enough evacuation boats. But because we were first class, we were prioritised, and my mum had gotten onto a boat, and I was with my girlfriend, and we were going to get onto the boat, but then I was looking around and I couldn't see this girl, and at the time I only cared about her. So I told my girlfriend, I was like, look, I want to go find her, can we find her? And she was like, no, screw her, we need to get off from this boat, we need to get onto this evacuation boat, we need to get free, you won't survive. And I was like, no, screw you. I didn't even like her at the time, so I just upped and left. I'd rather die looking for her than going on this boat with my stupid girlfriend who's snobby and arrogant. Yeah, so I just left and went searching for her. It was like running everywhere, I couldn't find her. Eventually I found her in the basement of the ship, but the ship was really, really sinking now. It was like almost there, and water was almost up to the top of the ceiling when I got to the basement. And as the water kept rising, obviously we kept rising with it, so it made everything really hard. Everything was insane. It was just so terrifying, and I thought I was gonna die. I really did, but it was literally a miracle that we made it alive. We made it out to the top deck, and yeah, but then it gets even worse because there was no evacuation boats left, because like I said already, there was a shortage, and by this time the boat was incredibly close to sinking. Like, it was almost on its edge, and it was basically sideways, and me and this girl, we fell overboard into the freezing water. But I've never felt so cold in my life. I really haven't. I've never felt that cold in my whole life. And so many other people didn't make it to evacuation boats. They all fell into the freezing water like us. And people all around me were dying. They couldn't survive the cold. The fall was too big. I don't know, loads of things. They were drowning. You can imagine all kinds of things that happens when you're sinking out at sea. It was just so insane. It was so scary. But luckily, we found this piece of wood just floating around, and we swam over to it. I pulled her up onto it, and we like put the top halves of our body onto the top of it. And it was just so cold. I can't even begin to describe to you just how cold it was, but it was literally freezing. And anyway, eventually we fell asleep, and yeah, that was that until I was awoken by a rescue boat. I mean, before there was no rescue boats or evacuation teams, so seeing a rescue boat was like a miracle. We were like, oh my god, so happy. I say we, but actually it was just me, because when I was woken up, I tried to wake her up, but she just wouldn't wake up. She just wasn't answering. So even after I shook her loads and loads, she just wouldn't answer. And I can't believe it, but she died. She died of hypothermia. The cold had just got to her, and obviously when you're not moving around at all, you lose all your body heat, and it just I don't know. She just stops. I've never been more mortified in my whole entire life, but I knew that if I didn't go now, it's just, I wasn't gonna live. I just wish it was like a movie, you know, like, and that she'd just come back to life suddenly, like, oh my god, Charlie, let's go. But no, she didn't. I just had to get onto the boat if I wanted to live. So I grabbed her hand one last time and was like, I'll never let go. I'll always remember you. And then that was it. I swam to the rescue boat. And yeah, well, obviously I did make it because I'm here now talking to you guys, but she didn't. And it was one of the most insane stories of my life. It's an insane story. Yeah. The only problem is it is a story. It's not real, is it? Because it's April 1st. It's Happy April Fool's Day. Got you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that video of me retelling the story of the Titanic. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And if you want me to tell more stories, maybe some of them true, maybe some aren't, you never know, then yeah, comment in below. And also what other stuff you'd like to see. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And that'll be it for today. Peace out.